Preface and Author's Note of a Book of English Martyrs. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by John Brandon. A Book of English Martyrs by E.M. Wilmot-Buxton. The Preface by Dom Bede Cam, OSB. I have been asked to introduce this book to the public on the ground that the idea of it was obtained from some of my writings, and I have felt it impossible to refuse, though of course the author needs no introduction from me, for I am glad to have this opportunity of expressing once more my conviction of the extreme importance of familiarizing our Catholic children with the story of all that our fathers suffered in order to keep the faith alive in England. We owe them everything, and we cannot afford to forget the debt. I am certain that devotion to these heroes of ours will do more than anything else to keep our own faith fervent, and by helping our children to realize at what a price this glorious heritage has been preserved to them, make them cherish it as their own most priceless possession. It is therefore not only a duty of gratitude, but also an apostolate, to make the story of the martyrs known. For we cannot love those whom we do not know, and we shall not strive to follow those whom we have not learned to love. There is yet another reason for making this story known, and that is the charity which we owe to those whom we are taught to pray for as our separated brethren. There is nothing which refutes so simply and so irresistibly the sophisms of modern Anglican theories of continuity and the like as the simple, unvarnished history of those who died in England for the Pope and for the Mass. The present writer was brought up, as are so many nowadays, in the firm belief that the Church by law established was the true representative of the old Catholic Church in England, the Church of Anselm, Dunstan, and more. It was the beatification of our martyrs in 1886 which first directed his attention to them, and in reading their history he soon found the whole fabric of this belief tumbling about his ears like a pack of cards. Why did these martyrs suffer torture and death? Simply for clinging to the faith of their fathers. They had not changed their religion. They were not the innovators. They died because they held dearer than life the old faith of Old England. We cannot serve two masters. We must choose between the cause for which these men fought, that is the old religion, and the new religion of their persecutors. If we wish to have our part with More and Campion, we cannot serve the Church of Cranmer and Elizabeth. Thus the history of the martyrs has an important apologetic value, and we trust that among the readers of this book there will be many of whom the facts recounted may come as a revelation, as a first gleam of light in the darkness. For the martyrs of England are still carrying on their apostolate, still pointing their beloved countrymen to the rock whence they were hewn. But the primary intention of the author has been to make Catholic children familiar with their glorious story, and so to make them more enthusiastic lovers of their holy religion. And I think that this aim is accomplished, for the book is written with knowledge and is instinct with enthusiasm. I hope that she will be encouraged by the reception it receives, to continue the story into the 17th century, where there are martyrs not less splendid to tell of, stories not less full of high adventure and thrilling interest than those here recounted. The reader will not fail to grasp how futile are the calumnies which would brand our martyrs as traitors to the state. As one of them said at the very foot of the gallows, "You may make the saying of a blessed Mass treason. You may make the saying of a Hail Mary treason. But other treason than this have I never committed." These men prayed with their dying breath for the sovereign whose cruel laws
Sample complete. Ready to continue?